Hello, in this lecture we talk about the structure of the great poem The Night in the Panther Skin. Actually, the poem consists of 1669 stanzas. Each stanza consists of 4 lines and each line consists of 16 syllables. Actually, the structure of the poem is according to a particular poetic form that is called shairi. And we have 2 types of shairi. We have marali shairi and we have dabali shairi. In the structure of shairi, each stanza consists of 4 lines and each line consists of 16 syllables. And then marali shairi, in both types, marali shairi and dabali shairi, each line that consists of 16 syllables is broken into 4 segments. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and in the other type we have also 1, 2, 3, 4 segments. While in the marali shairi, each line is broken into 4 segments of 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 syllables, with a comma after the second segment. While in the dabali shairi, the lines that consist of 16 syllables are also broken into 4 segments, 1, 2, 3, 4. But here in the dabali shairi, the first segment consists of 5 syllables, the second segment consists of 3 syllables. We have also a comma after the second segment. The third segment consists of 5 syllables, and finally the fourth segment consists of 3 syllables. So in the dabali shairi, the structure of the 16 syllables are 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, while in the marali shairi, the structure of the 16 syllables in each line is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. In both times we have a comma after the second segment, here and here. And in the shairi, this particular poetic form that Shostakovich used to build this poem, according to this structure, actually here we have whenever the pace of the plot is fast, then we'll use the marali shairi, and whenever the pace of the plot is slow, we'll use the dabali shairi. So what is fast pace? Fast pace is when the stanza contains talks about the things that happened during a long period of time, then the pace of the plot is fast, and therefore the structure of the stanza will be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4 each line, and the rhyming will be on the last 2 syllables of the last word in each line. While in the shairi, whenever the pace of the plot is slow, then the poet uses the dabali shairi. That is to say, the structure of the 16 syllables in this stanza that is in a slow pace will be 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the rhyming will be on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. What is a slow pace? And when the pace of the plot is slow, we use the dabali shairi, and the pace of the plot is slow whenever the poet quotes the things that some character tells to another character of the poem. Okay, then that specific stanza will be built according to the double shari, that is to say, the structure of the 16 syllables in that particular stanza will be 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the rhyming will be on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. Okay, and we have also another characteristic of this great poem, The Night in the Panther Skin. And this characteristic, the poet repeats at least on the last 3 letters of the last word in each line. Repeat again. The poet repeats at least on the last 3 letters of the last word in each line. So I will give you a couple of examples in order to clarify those characteristics. So we'll start with stanza 802. Stanza 802 is actually in chapter 11. It is the testament of Tandil to King Osterman when he stole away. Tandil is the commander of the Arab armies, and King Osterman is the king of Arabia. And before Tandil went to his journey to India to meet his friend Tariel, he tells to King Osterman some things, and so here the poet quotes the things of Tandil tells to King Osterman. So whenever you have a quoting in the poem, then it is automatically will be in a slow pace, that is to say it will be in the double shari, that is to say the structure of the 16 syllables in each line will be 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the rhyming will be on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. And actually in stanza 802 the commander of Tandil, or the knight of Tandil, tells to King Osterman that if something bad will happen to me during my journey to India to meet Tariel, and I will die and no one can find my body, he asks from King Osterman to mourn his death and to tell about him good things. Okay, so I read the stanza in the English translation, then I read it in the original language, and we'll analyze this stanza 802. Stanza 802 in the translation to English is as follows: If fate, the destroyer of all, destroy me, an orphan I shall die, traveling unmourned by parent, nor will those who brought me up, nor the friend whom I trust enshroud me, then indeed will your merciful tender heart have pity on me. Okay. Now I read this stanza in the original language and we will analyze it. Stanza number 802 in the Georgian language is as follows: תושת וטרומן דמם חוס, עובלתה דמם חובלמן, ררי בי מוגדה ררי בת, ורדמי תירוס שובלמן, ורר שם סודרון דז דלתה, דברצה מיסן דובלמן, מונשם מצחלוס קנמן ואולמן מוצעלם לובלמן. So here the first two words of line number 1 are tu satut roman. Tu consists of one syllable, satut roman consists of 4 syllables. So the first two words of line number 1, tu satut roman, consists of 5 syllables. Then the third word of line number 1 is da mamchos, it consists of 3 syllables. Then we have the next two words are ovelta da mam. Ovelta da mamch, ovelta consists of 3 syllables. Da mamch consists of 2 syllables. In total, those two words consist of 5 syllables. And finally we have obelman. Obelman consists of 3 syllables. So in conclusion, you can say that line number 1 of Stata 802 is broken into 4 segments of 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3 syllables, and the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables of the last word. The last word of line number 1 is Damam Hobelman. It consists of 5 syllables, and the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables. The last 3 syllables of the word Damam Hobelman is Obelman. So the rhyming in this stanza is on 3 syllables, Obelman, so it is Obelman, 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 and Obelman. And the repetition is on Obelman, of course. Obelman consists of the following letters: O, B, A, L, M, A, and N. That is to say, the poet repeats on the last 7 letters of the last word in each line. In the last word of the second line is Mshobelman. It consists of 9 letters, and the poet repeats on the last 7 letters: O, B, A, L, M, A, and N. The last word of line number 3 is Misandobelman. The word Misandobelman consists of 5 syllables, and it consists of 5 syllables, and also it consists of 13 letters. Misand. It consists of 13 letters, and the repetition is on Obelman. That is the last 7 letters. And finally, we have the last word of line number 4 is Motzalem Lobelman. In this long word, the repetition is on Obelman, that consists of the letters O, B, A, L, M, A, and N. Okay, so the poet repeats on the last 7 letters of the last word in stanza 802. Then we have, in line number 2, we have Raribi Mogde. Raribi consists of 3 syllables, Mogde consists of 2 syllables. In total, those two words, Raribi Mogde, consist of 5 syllables. Then we have Ribat. The third word of line number 2 is Ribat. It consists of 3 syllables. Then the next 2 words of line number 2 are Ver Damitiros. Ver consists of 1 syllable, Damitiros consists of 4 syllables. In total, those 2 words, Ver Damitiros, consist of 5 syllables. And finally, the last word of line number 2 is Mshobelman. This word consists of 3 syllables. Okay, so therefore the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables, that is to say Obelman, and the structure of the 16 syllables in line number 2 is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and I've already mentioned before that the repetition is on the last 3 syllables, and the last 7 letters of this last word, Mshobelman. Then in line number 3 we have Verar Shem Sudron. These are the 2 first words of line number 3. Verar consists of 2 syllables. Shem Sudron consists of 3 syllables. In total, those 2 words, Verar Shem Sudron, consist of 5 syllables. Then we have das dil ta. The third word of line number 3 is das dil ta. It consists of 3 syllables. Then we have the word da verza misand. Da consists of 1 syllable, verza consists of 2 syllables, and misand also consists of 2 syllables. So in total, those words consist of 1 plus 2 syllables, that is 5 syllables. And finally we have Obermann, that consists of 3 syllables. So the structure of the 16 syllables in line number 3 is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. And the rhyming is on Obermann. That is the last 3 syllables of the last word, Misandobelmann. And the repetition is on the last 7 letters of the last word. That is, the last word is Misandobelmann. And the repetition is on the letters O, B, A, L, M, A, and N. And finally, in line number 4, the first 2 words are two Mun, She, Mitzra, Los. Mun consists of 1 syllable. She, Mitzra, Los consists of 4 syllables. So in total, those 2 words, Mun, She, Mitzra, Los, consist of 5 syllables. Then we have Twen, Manve. The third word of line number 4 is Twen, Manve. It consists of 3 syllables. Then the next 2 words are Gulman, Motzale. Gulman consists of 2 syllables, and Motzale consists of 3 syllables. In total, those 2 words, Gulman, Motzale, consist of 5 syllables. And finally, we have Mlobelman. So here, it consists of, Obermann consists of 3 syllables. So the structure of the 16 syllables in line number 4 is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. And the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables of the last word. The last word is Motzalem Lobelman, and the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables of this long word, that is Obelman. And the poet repeats on the last 7 letters of this word, Motzalem Lobelman, that are the letters O, B, A, L, M, A, and N. So, in conclusion, you can say that stanza 802 is constructed according to the Balishari. It is in a slow pace because of the fact that it is the quoting of the Finset of Tandil tells to Kim Vostevan, and whenever you have a quoting in the stanza, it will be always in a slow pace. Therefore, the structure of the 16 syllables in each line is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3. The rhyming is on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. That is to say, the rhyming is on Obelman, 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 and Obelman, and the repetition is on the last 7 letters of the last word in each line. The 7 letters the poet repeats of the last word are O, B, A, L, M, A, and N. Okay, so we finished with stanza 802. Then the next day we focus on stanza 791. Stanza 791 is an aphorism about love. What is an aphorism? An aphorism is a concise statement that is a concise statement of a principle, a truth, or a sentiment. And 791 is aphorism about love. And usually, whenever you have more than 200 aphorisms in this great poem, the 19th of Patiskin, and usually, whenever you have an aphorism in the stanza, in the poem, it will be in Magali Shairi according to the fast pace, but you have, that is to say, the structure of the 16 syllables in each line will be 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and the rhyming will be on the last 2 syllables of the last word in each line. But we have also exceptions. You have aphorism in the Dabari Shairi in the slow pace, and that aphorism is constructed According to the Malishari, that is the structure of the 16 syllables in each line is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the rhyming will be on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. But in this stanza 791, the aphorism is not exception. That is to say, the structure of the 16 syllables in each line is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, because it is Magali it is fast paced, and the rhyming is on the last 2 syllables of the last word in each line. So I will read the stanza in the translation to English, then I will read it in the original language, and we'll analyze this stanza 791. So stanza 791 in the translation to English is as follows. Thou hast read how the apostles write of love, how they speak of it, how they phrase it. Know thou it and harmonize thy knowledge. Love exalted us. This is, as it were, the tinkling burden of their song. If thou conceive not this, how can I convince ignorant men? Okay. Now I read the stanza in the original language and we analyze it. Stanza 791 in the original language is as follows. Tzagi kitchav sirwa rulsha mochi kulni ragwar teren vititruyan vitakeben tzan snobani miaperen sirwa ruli agma marlebs vitejwani amasreren shenabjer chal usavleni katsni vitza shevajeren. The first word of line number 1 is Tzagi kitchav. It consists of 4 syllables. Then the second word is Sir Va Rul Sha. It also consists of 4 syllables. The third word of line number 1 is Mo Chi Kul Ni. It also consists of 4 syllables. And finally, the last 2 words of line number 1 is Ragwar Teren. Ragwar consists of 2 syllables. Teren also consists of 2 syllables. In total, the last 2 words consist of 4 syllables. So the structure of the 16 syllables of line number 1 in stanza 791 is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and the rhyming is on the last 2 syllables of the last word in each line. That is to say, here the rhyming is on Eren, 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 and Eren. And the poet repeats on the last 4 letters of the last word in each line. The last word of line number 1 is Teren. It consists of 5 letters, and the poet repeats on the last 4 letters of this word, Teren. That is to say, the words that the poet repeats are as follows: A, R, A, and N. And then in line number 2, we have the first 2 words are Vit, It, Rian. Vit consists of 1 syllable, It, Rian consists of 3 syllables. In total, those 2 words, Vit, It, Rian, consist of 4 syllables. Then we have the next 2 words are Vit, Akeben. Vit consists of 1 syllable, Akeben consists of 3 syllables. In total, those 2 words consist of 4 syllables. Then we have Tzan, Snobani. Those 2 words consist of 4 syllables in total, because Tzan consists of 1 syllable and Snobani consists of 3 syllables. In total, those 2 words consist of 4 syllables, as I already mentioned. And the last word of line number 2 is Mi Aperen. It consists of 4 syllables. So the structure of the 16 syllables in line number 2 is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and the poet repeats on the last 2 syllables, and the rhyming is on the last 2 syllables of the last word. The last word of line number 2 is Mi Aperen, and the rhyming is on the last 2 syllables, that is to say on Eren. And as I already mentioned before, the poet repeats on the last 4 letters of this last word Mi Aperen, that is to say, Eren consists of A, the letters A, R, A, and N. Then we have the first word of line number 3 is Sir, Va, Ru, Li. It consists of 4 syllables. Then the second word of line number 2 is Ag, Wa, Mar, Leps. It also consists of 4 syllables. And then we have Vit. the next two words are vit ejwani. Vit consists of one syllable, ejwani consists of three syllables. In total, those words, vit ejwani, consists of four syllables. And finally, the last two words of line number 3 is amas jeren. Amas consists of two syllables, jeren also consists of two syllables. In total, those two words, amas jeren, consist of four syllables. Therefore, the structure of the 16 syllables in line number 3 is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4, and the rhyming is on the last two syllables, that is to say, ren, and the repetition is on the letters A, R, A, and N. Then we have line number 4. The first four words of line number 4 are shen, ar, jer, har. Each word consists of one syllable. In total, those words consist of four syllables. Then we have the fifth word of line number 4 is us, tzav, lel, ni. It consists of four syllables. Then the next two words are Katsni, Vitsa. Katsni consists of two syllables. Vitsa also consists of two syllables. In total, those two words, Katsni, Vitsa, consist of four syllables. And finally, the last word of line number 4 is Sheva Jeren. Sheva Jeren consists of four syllables. Therefore, the structure of the 16 syllables of line number 4 in standard 791 is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. And the rhyming is on the last two syllables of the last word. That is to say, the last word is Sheva Jeren, and the rhyming is on the last two syllables. That is to say, Eren, and the repetition is on the last four letters of the last word, Sheva Jeren. That is to say, the repetition is on the letters A, R, A, and N. So in conclusion, you can say that stanza 791, that is aphorism about love, is according to the Marai Shairi. It is in a fast pace, and the structure of the 16 syllables in each line is 4 plus 4 plus 4 plus 4. The rhyming is on the last two syllables of the last word in each line. That is to say, the rhyming is on Eren, 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 and Eren, and the poet repeats on the last four letters of the last word in each line. That is to say, the poet repeats on letters A, R, A, and N. So we finished with stanza 791. Then we have we focus on stanza number 2. In this great poem, The Night in the Panther Skin, the poem consists of prologue and epilogue. Prologue is the introduction to the poem. It is not part of the story of the poem. And because of the fact that stanza number 2 is part of the prologue and not part of the story of the poem, therefore the structure of the 16 syllables in each line will be according to the Dabari Shairi. It is in a slow pace. That is to say, the structure of the 16 syllables in each line will be 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the rhyming will be on the last three syllables of the last word in each line. Okay? So, in stanza number 2, that is the prologue, the poet Shoto Staveli praises the God that created the universe. He asks from God that God should shield him and protect him from the Satan, and that God will lighten the burden of the sins that he must bear with him, and that God will give him the longing of lovers lasting unto till death. So I read the stanza in the translation to English, then I read it in the original language, and we'll see on how many letters of the last word the poet repeats. The stanza number 2 in the translation to English is as follows: O one God, thou didst create the face of every form. Shield me, give me mastery to trample on Satan. Give me the longing of lovers, lasting even unto death. Lightening of the burden of sins I must bear thither with me. Now we read stanza number 2 in the original language. מרטו, שנשקמן ספר אובלי סטניסה, שדמי פרד, לבה מס, דת גונבת מסטניסה, מומס מינימותה שורילי, סיקלידמי כסטניסה, צוד ותה ששובוקה בה, מונטנה תסטניסה. I will not repeat on each word of this stanza. I already mentioned that the structure of the syllables in stanza number 2 are 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the repetition and the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. It is according to the slow pace and the body shagri. The rhyming is on Tanisa, 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 and Tanisa. And now we'll see on how many letters the poet repeats on this stanza number 2. The rule is that the poet repeats at least of the last 3 letters of the last word in each line. The last word of line number 1 is Tanisa. Tanisa is the body. So here the poet repeats on all the letters of the last word. That is to say, the poet repeats on letters T, A, N, E, S, and A. So, in total, the poet repeats on the last 6 letters of the last word. And we can say that in line number 2, the last word is Satanisa. The word Satanisa consists of 8 letters, and the poet repeats on the last 6 letters, that is to say, Tanisa consists of the letters T, A, N, E, S, and A. While the last word of line number 3 is Gasatanisa. This word Gasatanisa consists of 10 letters, and the poet repeats on the last 6 letters of this word Gasatanisa, that is to say T, A, N, E, S, and A. And finally, the last word of line number 4 is Asatanisa. It also consists of 10 letters, and the poet repeats on the last 6 letters of this word Asatanisa. That is to say, the poet repeats on letters T, A, N, E, S, and A. So in conclusion, we can say that stanza number 2 is that is the part of the prologue of this poem. It is it is constructed according to the Bali Shari. It is in a slow pace because it is not part of the story. It is an introduction to the story, and for that reason, the structure of the 16 syllables in each line is 5 plus 3 plus 5 plus 3, and the rhyming is on the last 3 syllables of the last word in each line. That is to say, Tanisa, 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 and the poet repeats on the last 6 letters of the last word in each line, and the letters are as follows: T, A, N, E, S, and A. Okay. So here the poet succeeded to combine all these characteristics. In order to do it, you must be a super genius, and we can read it and enjoy this masterpiece that is one of the most genius poems written by mankind. Okay, thank you very much.